Well, folks, you might want to start rolling your fat doobies around because Rockstar Games has officially responded and they have confirmed that the reveal is soon. They're calling some things to be lies, but this is by far the biggest plot twist of them all. Apparently, the GTA 6 hacker was 16 years old. His name is Orion. I'm not gonna say his family name because he got doxxed by other hackers. I just cannot believe this, man. Orion, he was released on April 2nd, 2022 and given a 1-month internet suspension.
Bomboka!
And he has continued running rampage through the interwebs, with recently breaching Uber and got practically no user data along with the recent GTA 6 source code and video leaks. He works with a team of not so skilled individuals, their word, not mine, who use him as a frontman mule to spread the word of said breaches instead of leaking user data, which can be useful and worth the time. He just causes chaos and pointless breaches for cloud and notoriety.
Bomboka!
Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about 16-year-olds actually hacking legitimate companies out there, multi-billion dollar companies, leaking gameplay like it was nothing. And you might want to actually take a look at this, and there's a video I want to show you. Drop a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, I'll keep you in the loops. Uber and Rockstar Games are in close coordination with the FBI and US Department of Justice amid both companies being hacked. Ladies and gentlemen, this is his wanted level right now. This is the hacker's wanted level, and I legitimately cannot believe it. When I was 16 years old, I was basically just doing helicopters with my willies. Most of you are still doing helicopters with your willies, and you gotta stop with that, okay? Not good for health. But ladies and gentlemen, check this out.
The last 24 hours with Grand Theft Auto 6 has just been bonkers with everything that has been revealed about this game. We went years of waiting with absolutely nothing shown, and then this hacker, this individual, just unloaded.
Do you think it's a W that he leaked Lucia Bunda in the gameplay, or L?
90 plus videos, clips of in-game pre-alpha development footage, and it just showed us a lot about this game, including our introduction to the two main protagonists, which will be Lucia and Jason.
I'll tell you what, she got a nice cake and she got a massive bunda, bro.
And I gotta say, I actually think that these protagonists look pretty darn good, especially with their design. The open world looks fun, and the additions that I saw, especially the introduction of some of the RPG elements that was present in Red Dead Redemption 2, I'm honestly extremely excited, especially from some of the visuals that I saw with this.
Same, bro. I'm also really excited. I've seen so many people say that, yo, man, GTA 6 is looking like crap. Yo, I don't want this game. I mean, my guy, like, the game is incomplete.
And again, this was all pre-alpha footage, so I've seen a lot of complaints about this looking unfinished, and that is because it is unfinished. It was never intended for the public to see. But regardless, the damage has been done. Rockstar Games, a lot of developers, as they've told me, some of my sources have said that they're just devastated, very sad about this whole ordeal, and pissed that this happened. But one thing that we are seeing this Monday morning in regards to this leak is the immediate financial impact, as Take-Two shares have fallen after the reported leak of GTA 6 gameplay footage. This report coming from Reuters, who writes, shares of Take-Two Interactive Software stock tumbled nearly 6% in pre-market trading on Monday following the report that a hacker had leaked the early footage of GTA 6, the next installment.
And let's keep a $150. Their real customers, the real gamers are investors in their eyes, right? And this is basically why they responded. They issued a response to actually directly to the investors, and Rockstar Games, they put up their response on Twitter by saying that the game is going to be continued development as planned, which is actually really good. The hacker is allegedly 16 years old, so even if he gets caught, he's just going to be getting like a slap on the wrist, and he's just going to be walking out free. 1-month internet suspension. Can you actually believe this, fellas? I mean, damn, son, like, what planet we living on? What planet we living on, man?
Of the best-selling video game. It's a PR disaster, possibly sets back production and hurts morale, Jeffries wrote in a client note, warning the potential leak of the game's source code could pose a bigger threat. If the source code leaks, it could necessitate significant changes under the hood of the game to ensure its stability and the server integrity of Grand Theft Auto 6 Online once it launches. And that is exactly what I've brought up in the last couple of videos that I've done on this Grand Theft Auto 6 leak. It really is.
Right now, we're hearing that he doesn't have the entire source code. He might have the pieces. Rockstar is saying they're still going to be continuing developing as usual, which is actually really good to hear and see. But that might also be lies. They might just be saying that so their stock don't drop, right? They're not gonna tell everything to what's happening publicly, but it's good to know. It's both sad how this leaked out. Obviously, a lot of people would be saying W's. I've been reading a lot of your comments. A lot of you are saying that, but it's a W that we got to see it. And listen, man, it also hyped me up, but the sad reality is that if the source code really is stolen, because right now we're hearing conflicting reports, if it's really stolen and if it really gets out there, my man, this is gonna get dirty real fast. We have been hearing about GTA 6 ever since 2014. It has been in development since 2014, and it's 2022, almost 2023. And it still hasn't came out.
Isn't a huge, massive issue, these leaked video clips and such. I don't think they really reveal that much about Grand Theft Auto 6. Obviously, it gives us a hint at the main protagonists, Lucia and Jason, as well as the open...
She got a big bunda, my man. Big bunda.
...world and some of the gameplay mechanics, but it's not spoilery, and it's not going to really have an impact on the sales or reception at all. It just gives a very early sneak peek at GTA 6. It's really the question of what could come next. And as I discussed in my last video, it appears that the identity of the hacker behind this Grand Theft Auto 6 leak has been uncovered and exposed by fellow hackers of his, and that individual
dude, his homies, his actual homies betrayed him. Gun
radio silent, so that may be the end of this. But still, there is the concern of maybe something else does come about, especially as it appeared they had access to at least some of the source code of Grand Theft Auto 6. But regardless of all of that, we did finally get an official in regards to what has happened. They confirmed again that this GTA 6 leak was the real deal, and they wrote on social media, on Twitter, saying, "A message from Rockstar Games. We recently suffered a network intrusion in which an unauthorized third party illegally accessed and downloaded confidential information from our systems, including early development footage for the next Grand Theft Auto. At the time, we do not anticipate any disruption to our live game services nor any long-term effect."
You know what? That's actually a really, that's a big W. That the fact that they responded and they say that nothing, like, it's not gonna disrupt our game and we're still gonna be continuing developing. I think that's actually really, really good.
On the development of our ongoing projects. This part right here makes me believe that they're saying that the leaker, the hacker, whatever you want to call him, was lying about having the full source code of GTA 6 and GTA 5, as well as a test build of the game. That's what that at least sounds to me, especially with these carefully crafted statements made by the PR specialists.
But again, though, you never know, man. I genuinely feel like that this is just to make sure that their stock don't fall any further, because they're not gonna come out and be like, yeah, our source code is stolen, look at us, we couldn't even contain our games, we couldn't even contain our data. They're not gonna come out and say that. They're surely gonna be saying that, yup, the leaks are real, we had a data breach, guys, we're investigating, we're on top of it, game is gonna be continued developing as usual, which is really good, and I hope that's the truth. And surely, even if that's not their truth, they're gonna be developing this game. So many millions have been spent developing this game, and they know that this is gonna be the biggest game of GTA 5, making in billions right now, okay? I wouldn't be surprised if eventually they get to make trillions in the future with GTA 5, GTA 6, GTA 10 when we're in the year 2200. They know it's a massive franchise. People love it. People want to be on it. They're gonna do everything they can to make sure they give out a statement that's actually in their favor, and that's not really like, hey man, like, our source code is stolen, oh my god, we do not know what to do right now, you know?
Billion-dollar companies, you have to read between the lines, and here I think Rockstar Games is calling this hacker a liar. Obviously, he does have some of the source code based on the fact that he released some of it to the public to take a look at before it was eventually shut down by Rockstar's legal team, but having the full source code of GTA 6,
16-year-old did that.
And even GTA 5, that doesn't appear to be the case at all. But the statement continues saying, "We are extremely disappointed to have any details of our next game shared with you all in this way. Our work on the next Grand Theft Auto game will continue as planned. We remain as committed as ever to delivering an experience to you, our players, that truly exceeds your expectations. We will update everyone again soon, and of course, will properly introduce you to this next game."
Meanwhile, the gamers are like, hey man, the game is looking very bad, it's trash, we don't want it. Come on, okay? My man, it is early footage, it is debug footage, it is in development footage, it is almost a year, 2 years old footage. This game is almost 2 years away, 2-3 years away from now, so the gameplay that we saw, by the time GTA 6 comes out, that footage would almost be 4 to 5 years old. Just think about it, and from what we've seen, it's quite impressive. Some of the things that we've seen in terms of animations, yeah, it's a little bit clunky, yeah, Lucia Bunda has been very massive. They might actually nerf that to take revenge on them toxic gamers You never know, they might do that. I hope they don't do that, actually, because that cake was kind of, you know, everybody's talking about that cake, and that cake has been massive.
Bruh. Everyone for their ongoing support through the situation, the Rockstar Games team. And of course, they have been flooded with a lot of love from the community, as well as fellow game developers. We talked about this in the last video, but all kinds of developers from Naughty Dog to Sony, Obsidian Entertainment, Bethesda, and so on and so forth, were all reaching out, trying to show love for Rockstar Games through this mess.
It's not just toxic gamers, man. We need to get out of this. They always, one guy says something bad, and everybody's like, toxic gamers. There are a lot of good gamers out. Just look in my chat, look in my comments, look at you. Look at yourself in the mirror. You're not a toxic gamer. Especially like when I subscribe right now if I'm appreciating you way too hard.
We even had the Xbox executive Sarah Bond respond on Twitter yesterday saying, my thoughts are with the team at Rockstar Games. It can be disheartening to have a project you've worked hard on to delight fans revealed and critiqued before it's ready. I know they're creating something special and can't wait to experience GTA 6 when it's officially unveiled. And again, that is the sentiment from across this industry right now. We did, however, have some less friendly statements, such as this one coming from Cliff Bleszinski. Obviously, he's known for his work on Gears of War years ago. He said, anyone judging the leaked footage of GTA 6 like an idiot clearly hasn't worked in game development. The amount of hours, people, dollars that goes into these games equals insane. I suspect Rockstar will knock it out of the park yet again. Bastages can't...
My man, when I first saw the gameplay, I uploaded that reaction video, and now I took it down because, yep, it's actually the real deal. It's the real deal. I thought that it was the real deal, but still, I was like, you know what? Like, I'm gonna risk it for the... But then they started taking down stuff. I was like, okay, I gotta delete it myself. It's the real thing. But when I first saw that, I wasn't even thinking about the graphics. I was like, bro, that game is real. Oh my god, it leaked out. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't even think about the graphics when I look at GTA or any Rockstar project, because you know the graphics, when the game comes out, it's gonna be good. But even for an early project, some of the animations, I mean, my guy, you look at Saints Row, you look at Watch Dogs, you look at Ubisoft games out there, it is still, that early footage is still light years ahead versus like other projects, other full finalized, fully released $70 games. Okay, just think about that. I mean, damn, man.
FFS. And the substance of this tweet is also what I've been seeing from a lot of game developers that are, let's just say, unhappy and a little disappointed that Rockstar Games is being criticized for the unfinished game looking indeed unfinished. Now, as I've mentioned in prior videos, Rockstar Games is going all out right now, their legal team, with taking down all of this leaked material across YouTube, Reddit, the GTA forums, everywhere they can. They're filing legal notices to take this content down.
I mean, no matter how hard they try or how hard they go, I mean, it's their right to go after everybody, for sure. That's uploading that footage, understandable, but no matter how hard they try, they're not gonna be able to wipe the internet clean. People have seen that bunda, they have seen that cake of Lucia, and they have downloaded 3 gigabytes of footage. There was 3 gigabytes of footage people downloaded, and it was all because of Lucia.
They're also going after some creators just for talking about that, which is indeed covered by fair use, but Take-Two Interactive's lawyers, they don't care about DMCA laws. This is just kind of how it's always been. But yeah, they are going scorched earth with this, and I imagine the coming days we're just going to continue to see this onslaught of notices and takedowns and such across all of these websites. Honestly, though, with how all of this footage, the screenshots, exploded across social media, I don't think Rockstar will ever be able to take this fully down, especially with the thousands of people that already downloaded the 90+ video clips. This is going to be an ongoing issue. Which is
the thing is that when you try to tell people not to do something, people do that more. And the fact that more people are gonna see that it's getting taken down, more people that have no knowledge, I definitely recommend you do not upload. Right? Don't upload unless you want strikes and account terminations and whatnot. But the thing is that the more you tell people to not do it, the more people will actually do that. It's just human nature, and the more they will try to do it, the more people will upload. I think it's gonna be a forever ongoing situation. They're not gonna be able to wipe out the internet clean. It's too big for that.
I do think eventually, maybe sometime soon, we see that official reveal. I suspect that it's going to be very similar to how Grand Theft Auto 5 was and Red Dead Redemption 2, in which that first trailer just shows off some of the open world, maybe a brief look at the 2 protagonists, and a little bit of a taste of the story. That's all they need to show. And we already know that this game is probably still a year or two away, probably coming maybe 2024, maybe 2025. That's what Tom Henderson, another gaming insider who has reported about Grand Theft Auto 6 in the past, has said, and something that Jason Schreier has alluded to as well. So that is the indication that the game is still a couple of years away. So that first reveal, I don't think we're going to see anything too big, but it also could show the leaps that the game has made. That's something that I've heard from my own Rockstar sources, that Grand Theft Auto 6 doesn't doesn't look like that pre-alpha version. It has made some major strides. And of course, a lot of that footage was Rockstar's development team just testing things out. It was, again, never intended for the public to see. But yeah, to celebrate the 9-year anniversary of Grand Theft Auto 5, we did get a Grand Theft Auto 6 reveal, just in a very different manner. One that obviously...
We are really witnessing this. Just think about it for a goddamn second. Like, who would have thought you would wake up? I was actually playing Modern Warfare 2 beta when it happened, and I saw like 3 tweets in a row when it started to leak out. It was around 1 in the morning. I know people are saying 3 in the morning, but nah, man, it was 1 in the morning, 1 a.m. Eastern time. I was seeing like, I saw 1 tweet, I was like, yeah, whatever. Saw 2 tweets, then I was like, damn, what's up with that? Then a homie actually added me saying that, yo, Skizzle, did you see that tweet? Did you see that leak gameplay? I mean, like, what you talking about? I looked at my home on Twitter, massive wall of text. GTA 6 gameplay leak, GTA 6 gameplay leak. Then I was like, bro, okay, is it really happening? Kind of kept, I'm not sure. And then somebody linked me. I saw the gameplay, I was freaking out. Then I also put up some of the tweets. The hype was insane, man. The hype, damn, man, that's crazy. I made a reaction video initially. I put not clickbait in the title, and yeah, man, it's the real deal. Just crazy, man. On a 9-year anniversary, my guy.
Rockstar Games is not happy about. But say what you will about the unfinished state of the footage, I honestly was blown away by a lot of it, and I'm extremely excited at the fact that there's so much about it that really touches into what I loved about Red Dead Redemption 2. The more role-playing elements, I think the better. Obviously, I don't want it to go overboard to be just like a complete RPG, but I just love the fact that you can hold people up, robberies everywhere. The protagonist actually seemed pretty darn likable, just from the very brief dialogue that we saw. The open world, I love the variety of these regions. Seems like we're going to get some more of the northern part of Florida and such. I think there's like an Everglades area. There's a lot of exciting things about this game, and even the GTA forums community, they've been mapping out some of the locations and such. Obviously, I can't show any of that footage, and I'm not, but they have been mapping out the coordinates to show the size, and right now it looks like the GTA 6 map is absolutely massive.
There's a homie of mine on Twitter that actually sent me, and I've seen the entire map of GTA 6, and bro, it's massive, bro. It's massive. It's the entire Florida state. Now, it's not gonna be 8-to-8 copy, so do not have high expectations, but I've seen the map, and man, I'm really excited, man. I hope this game comes out in like a year from now, 2 years from now. Man, this is gonna be the biggest game.
For exploring it. And obviously we talked about this on another recent video, but some of the gameplay features that were shown, there's a lot of Easter eggs, a lot of mysteries about it. That was one thing that I loved about Red Dead Redemption 2, just that sense of discovery, and I'm really happy that Rockstar Games is again leaning into that. And one other discovery that again the GTA community has found is apparently the actress who portrays Lucia. That is Alexandra Christina. So about a month or 2 ago, there was actually a resume leak which showed this actor had...
Bro, like there were so many resume leaks. And I covered them on the channel. I know like the GTA community, and I totally understand that, but there's so many leaks that happened, and some of them were actually indeed real. You know what I mean? Especially these resume leaks, these were mishaps, or maybe these actors were like, okay, I worked on GTA 6, hire me for a new project, and then when somebody sees that, they blast them. They're like, oh my god, GTA 6, and then Take-Two probably contacts them and like, okay, you gotta remove that, you know what I mean?
Bombacat!
On their resume that they were a principal character in a Rockstar Games production, and people have been comparing the voices, and it perfectly lines up, so it looks like we have one of the main protagonists' actors found. And right now, again, as you might expect, the GTA community is already searching for the actor that portrays Jason. So anyway, the last 2 days...
Ladies and gentlemen, click on this video on the screen if you want to see the part 1 of this drama. I'm telling you, man, you gotta actually get in on with it. Subscribe if you're new.